Hi all, welcome to Tech Forum. In this video, let us see the different options to enable the HTTPS for Blogger custom domains. I'm going to talk about two different options, Blogger HTTPS support for custom domain and Cloudflare. Cloudflare acts as a proxy between the client and the origin server. Different proxy solutions can be used. The basic functionalities are free in Cloudflare. Sometimes we may require additional caching and other functionality to the website. So the proxies can be used here. Okay, let's see the first option. So this is through the default support. Go into the Blogger console, settings and basic. Here you can see HTTPS availability, yes and no. Also HTTPS redirect. So select both to yes. Then you would have already configured the custom domain. So I configured here with my domain my blog name. Then you need to enter some entries into your domain provider. So also like select this redirect from your top domain to your subdomain if required. Then you can download this setting file, DNS setting file. So yeah, it will have all the configuration. My case, I'm going to enable use this in GoDaddy. So my domain is registered through GoDaddy. So you need to rename this file to txt. It won't accept the zone file. So now go into the GoDaddy portal from my case. So you may have different registrar. So then here if you go into DNS, then you will have something called manage zones. Then if you come down, then you will have something called import zone file. Then select files. You can select the file, whatever the text file you have. Now this is imported the configurations. If you see here, like all those top domain A records and the CNAME record for the dub is added. So now this configuration looking fine. Now let us test it, like how this change is reflecting. I'm going to access my blog. It's able to access. Now I will go to the certificate. Certificate is valid. Also if you see, this is a Google certificate. So it means the certificate is enabled through the Blogger. So let me also access my top domain with the HTTPS without giving dub. So I should be able to access this also. Yes, it's getting redirected to the subdomain. So that is expectation also here. Okay, so that conclude. So here, like we are use the default one. The next option is maybe I want to use the Cloudflare, as I discussed. So it's a kind of proxy server. So it will help you to have some extra configurations. So I'm going to use that. So for that, log into your account, then do a add site. So here you need to add your top domain here. My case it is albinsblog.com. I already added the site. So when you add a site, it will give you some configuration detail like namespace server, name server. So those values should be configured in the into GoDaddy, wherever your domain is registered. My case it is GoDaddy. Yeah, this will give you the NS server detail. So here to NS server. So go into your domain registrar. Yeah, if you go into that DNS management page, the same page, you can see like name server change option. You can just change it to the Cloudflare name servers, both the name servers. Yeah, enter my own. Yeah, I'm going to enter the both the values here. Okay, now the next one. Okay, save. Yeah, it may take some time to reflect, but that is valid. Now go back to Cloudflare. Here again, if we go into I have the right now I have like a record pointing to default Cloudflare IP, but I'm going to remove that. So again, import the zone file here in the same zone file. Select it, upload it. fine now. Yeah, some records are already accessed, so it got ignored. That's fine. So now it's all my A record and CNAME records pointing to Blogger. So now go to the SSL option. Here you have different options. One is full, strict, then full, then flexible. So I'm going with the full. Like here, what will happen is the end-to-end encryption is taken care by the Blogger again. So the SSL certificate is taken from the Blogger. But the Cloudflare just to do a proxy. So if you want to add any rules here like caching and all those rules, you will be able to enable. So but the SSL certificate is coming from the Google, but only thing is here like I am proxying through this one. So my all requests will still reach to HTTPS and Blogger, and the redirects are going to taken care by Blogger. Let us test now. Again I am accessing my blog, but you will not see any much difference here. So only thing like the request might be getting directed through Cloudflare here, but the certificate is still same. So same behavior for top domain also. Whenever you access the top domain, it will get redirected to the subdomain. So that's fine. Yeah. Now another option we can do is like maybe I don't want to use the maybe Google certificate. In that case, I want to use the Cloudflare certificate. So you can go with the different option here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to with the flexible option, maybe the second option. So here what will happen is the browser to the Cloudflare will be encrypted through this Cloudflare certificate from Cloudflare to the Blogger is HTTP. So for that, first what you need to do is whatever the error cards we added, we need to remove that. So again we need to re-add the Cloudflare's default IP address. So still the dub will be handled by Blogger, but the error card, like these top domains are going to be handled by Cloudflare. Yeah, I removed that. I'm going to add one new record. So it was my old default value. So this IP corresponds to Cloudflare. Okay, yep, now that's fine. Now I will save it. Now you need to do that SSL configuration change also. That's what I explained. So now go back to the SSL tab. Yeah, here you select the flexible. So I want the Cloudflare certificate from the browser perspective. Yep, done. Now that's fine. Now one more change what you need to do is you need to go into the Blogger. Now here you need to add a page rule before that. So because earlier the top domain redirect was handled by Blogger. Now the request will not reach to Blogger. So you need to redirect all this traffic to www.albinsblog.com with HTTPS, the subdomain. So yeah, now another caching rule, anything else required, you can configure, because Cloudflare provide multiple other options. So that's the one benefit of introducing the proxy between the browser and the origin server. So now go back to the Blogger. So wherever you see the screen configuration, I'm going to remove the HTTPS availability to no. So means like I'm not going to handle the HTTPS from Blogger. So yep, the configurations are not done. Now let us test it, like how this is going to behave. Again, access the site. Yeah, now if you go and see the SSL certificate, the certificate is coming from Cloudflare. Yeah, so the SSL is now provided by Cloudflare, not the Blogger. So same thing, you can even test the top domain also. Still it will redirect because we already have the page rule to handle that, but certificate is same. Okay, the configuration is looking fine and the website is loading as expected. Okay, before closing, let us see the different certificate options in Cloudflare when you are trying to use the certificate from Cloudflare. So right now, if you go to this SSL, then I am in overview. I selected flexible. So because if it is a full strict, our first option, so obviously like Blogger is going to provide the certificate, SSL certificate. But I am right now I configured with the flexible. So here the Cloudflare is going to provide the certificate. You can go into the edge certificates. So you can have different options. Right now I am using the universal certificate. That's a default option. You don't want to pay anything for this, free. So when you manage your domain through Cloudflare, this is going to be free. So this top domain and the all subdomains are supported. It's already active. So you can upgrade the certificate. You can have your own SSL certificate, or even you can upload the custom SSL certificate from outside, from let's say Encrypt or like anything else. So other provider certificate you can upload. So or you can even order this SSL certificate through this. Yeah, so this concludes. Thanks all for watching the video. See you in the next video.